in this week's Parsha, we have an important issue that comes up. The title itself says everything. Acharei Mot. We're talking about after the death of Aaron's sons. And that Moshe's message to Aaron is a very simple one that, okay, your sons died, you mourn them, but you have a job to do. You have to get up and do your job, learn from what happened. And that's an important lesson to us. One of the things that we forget is that in life, we will be suffering problems. I read an interesting article written by some person that this generation now coming up has faced things worse than any other generation in history. And I will tell you that I was flabbergasted by that statement. I mean, when you go throughout human history, this generation has it easy up until now. They might be finding it much rougher in the near future, but that's a separate issue, and I won't go into that. I mean, remember I was at the beach in Normandy, Omaha Beach, and then part of it, they took us to the cemetery from Omaha Beach only. Okay, it's an American cemetery in France. 7,000 graves just from Omaha Beach for those few days. And then these kids are saying, I have it rough. Like, excuse me, but those 18-year-olds storming Omaha Beach, they had it rough. They had no safe rooms, by the way. They couldn't find a place to sit away from what was happening. Or, growing up in the Depression, being a Jew during World War II. You have it rough. But as the Jews, right after World War II, we picked ourselves up, and within a few years, we declared independence in Israel. The state of Israel came at a price, but we celebrate that we have a state. The point of this being is, yes, tragedy happens. It's not that tragedy happens. How do we react to the tragedy that happened? Do we learn the lessons from that tragedy? And then we continue and we realize that in spite of everything, it is good to be alive. As somebody once said, everybody wants to get to heaven, but we're not in a hurry to get there. The point is, tragedy happens. What do we learn from it? And how do we continue to make the world a better place? Something to think about. Kaddish Rabbanim.